The 12-year-old was not with his mother when she was killed by a CIA Reaper drone after being taken away to train as an ISIS fighter, according to reporters. Jones took her son to Syria with her when she traveled to join the caliphate and marry terrorist Junaid Hussain in 2013. It was confirmed by the government that Jones from Kent was killed in the airstrike on a convoy, but Syrian sources now claim her son was 35 miles away at the time in the town of alShaafa. JoJo was reportedly taken from his mother to train along with other children after Hussain was killed in the fighting. ISIS fanatics deemed the boy to be old enough to fight for their sick caliphate when he turned 12 in December, two separate sources told The Telegraph. The child endured several months of training as part of the Cubs of the Caliphate camp. The last known photo of the JoJo was taken in Raqqa during his training. Social media Sally Jones' son JoJo Dixon is still alive and in Syria, according to reports. Own residents said foreign fighters, mostly Turkish, took Joe and some other foreign children from Raqqa to Deir ez-Zor province in April to protect them as they are the future of the caliphate. They weren't using them as human shields, as some people say, because the presence of children does not stop the coalition from bombing. The last known sighting of the 12-year-old was in alShaafa, where he is thought to be livening with other Western children and senior ISIS commanders. Thursday, September 22, 2016. Sally Jones, who calls herself Sakina Hussain. She is married to British jihadist fighter in Syria Junaid Hussain. In 2013 she left the UK to join the Islamic State. After meeting Hussain in a chat room, former punk rock singer Jones became one of ISIS' most notorious recruiters and the UK's most wanted woman. She is thought to have convinced hundreds of women to work for the Sikh terror group and called for them to carry out attacks in the UK. ISIS has lost almost all of its territory and only holds a few villages and stretches of desert. The news follows an inquest into the death of a Briton who died fighting against ISIS in Syria. Social media Sally Jones was killed in a CIA airstrike. Luki Rutter, 22, from Wirral, Merseyside, died in the city of Raqqa on July 5 after joining the Kurdistan People's Protection Unit's YPG. An inquest into his death, held at the Gerard Majella Courthouse in Liverpool on Monday, heard he had travelled to the country without the knowledge of the UK authorities and was, more likely than not, to have been killed by IS, also known as Daesh. The brief hearing, which lasted less than 10 minutes, was attended by Mr. Russ's mother and father along with other relatives. Coroner's officer Pamela Robbins said a post-mortem examination showed the cause of his death was blast injuries.